Oh, yeah, I know.
So Daniel,
Yes.
you've got about 15 people on Zoom. Okay. And if you could just, as you're doing the intros, if you could just point them to the chat section, we can communicate that way rather than interrupt them.
Okay, not a problem. I can even say that now. Okay, so a little bit of an technical announcements, guys. First of all, thank you very much for being there with me. I would prefer you to be here, but it's okay. If you have any comments, questions, you can please use the chat. I think if you write the letter Q, capital Q, before the question, that will make it easier for the person managing questions and comments over there. And we're going to hold the questions till the end, but
I just want to say hello and thank you for coming. Whoop. I think you can all hear me. I just want to say hello, thank you for coming. I'm with the San Francisco Jewish Genealogy Society. And if any of you are not yet members, I would appreciate it if you would sign up. The dues are an exorbitant $26. So we would love to have you get involved. And I also want to thank the LDS Library and Daniel, of course, who worked so hard to help us all further our research. So, Daniel, you're up.
okay. So yes, I will need to join those thank yous for the Society and the Family Search Library. All this started with an usual email that I send whenever I'm traveling. And this time I'm traveling for RootsTech, and it has been a while since I visited the West Coast. And I said, I'm going to be here anyhow, so why not giving a lecture? So here I am, and today I would like to dedicate the lecture to the advanced features that MyHeritage has. Most of them, you may not know them, you may not recognize them, but the idea is to make you aware and familiar with those. Now, before we start, just a little bit about myself. If you don't know me yet, I have been dedicated to genealogy since a long time. Don't even try to calculate that. Currently, I'm still in charge of crowdsource digitization and transcription projects. I happen to be the president of the Israel Genealogy Research Association. And most important, since 2006, I am happily working for MyHeritage as the expert genealogist, doing the two things I love the most: traveling and lecturing. Sometimes I cannot travel and I only lecture through Zoom or webinars as well. And I am working at MyHeritage for so long and so happy because, and I'm not saying this only because I work there, but because I really see, and I invite you all to check our blog, where you will be able also to see how we work to inspire people around the world to discover more about who they are and where they belong. Okay, so it's not just a company that gives you features, which I'm going to show you, but also we do care for people, and we are doing a lot of projects that are significant for people and also important from around the world. And I will talk about that further on my presentation. But in order to enjoy all this, you must have an account on MyHeritage. So please, by show of hands, How many of you do have an account on MyHeritage? It doesn't matter. You have an account, you're good. Sir, I don't want to put you on the spot, but why you don't have an account on MyHeritage? It's totally free. Okay, I mean, you can, well, yes, I know. It start free, okay? And I'm gonna give you right now a few tips and tricks so it will be easier for you. I'm also not checking the chat to see how many said no, but in order to have your account on MyHeritage, either if you have it already, you just need to log in. If you don't have it, then you have a few options. You can create an account right from here, okay, and continue the process in two ways. One way will be to take the family tree you already have someplace else with those thousands of individuals and upload it as a JEDCOM. And the JEDCOM is the standard format to move trees from one place to the other. So you will most probably not lose any information. Why I'm saying most probably? Because sometimes when you go and you upload a JEDCOM, depending on the fields that you're using and the type of information that you're having there, you may disconnect that fact from the fact, and then you will get it as a general note. We try to keep everything that the JEDCOM brings. You will still need to put your information, including a secure password. Secure password that you may not need to use because the computer will remember you. But if you're coming to the library and you want to work from the library, you will need to remember that password. Now, 7 or more characters, numbers, letters, uppercase, lowercase, the more complicated, better. Just don't make it so complicated that you will not remember it, and then you will need to reset you. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't work, just for you to know. Okay, so let's say you have a family tree someplace else, you register here, and then you are going to scratch your head, how do I download that JEDCOM from this other website? Well, we will give you instructions step by step, depending on the company that you are currently used to have your family tree. Once you follow that instructions, once you download your tree, you will have the file on your computer. You just need to look for it, upload, and wait a few seconds until we load everything. And you will see very soon a message saying that everything was imported. Now, let me start clearing up a few things. You start with MyHeritage for free, and the free account is limited to 250 people on the tree. Can we leave questions to the end? You don't mind?
I just was asking, what did the import, does it also import your notes?
Yes. Good. Okay. Pleasure. So the free account will give you up to 250 people on your tree. And I know that for the majority of people sitting in that room, that is a joke. Okay? But here is the good news. If you import 50,000 people, all those people will go up and will be on your website. The issue will be you will not be able to edit. You will not be able to add more people. You will be able to delete people from there. Now, if you're looking for deleting from 50,000 to 250, it's going to take you a little bit of time. But I'm here just to spell all the beans and make sure that you have the latest. If you don't want to upload a tree, you still can start by filling your information. And not only your information, we're going to ask you also information about your parents, because this process is going to both open an account on MyHeritage and help you create that tree. So the next step is going to be to fill the information of your grandparents. In this case, the maternal side, names, given names, surnames, years. You don't really need to put all the facts. If you know them, you can, but take into consideration that this is more for newbies and people who are not familiar with genealogy. So we try to take them by the hand and make sure that they understand what they want from their life. One important thing, I don't know if you see it on the bottom, is I mark who is alive and who is not. Even if I don't know the year or any detail about the disease, the diet of the person, this is what gives MyHeritage the privatization. Every person marked as alive will be privatized for the world. Everybody who is marked as alive, it will be privatized for the world. People who are marked as deceased are open, and that is what you want because through those people is where you're going to be matched and find other relatives. Okay, we did our mother's side. It's time to do our father's side. We have now 7 individuals, you, 2 parents, 4 grandparents, and that is what we call Magic 7. And in a few seconds after you continue this way, most probably we're going to tell you that we found one of those people in the MyHeritage database. And if you agree with us, it means that you are going to be able to bring up to 50 individuals with one click to your family tree. Now, these are coming from other trees of other users on MyHeritage. So I will suggest you as a genealogist to review it very carefully and make sure that this is really good information for you, that the names, the dates, and the pictures are correct. Because you cannot pick and choose. It's all or nothing. Then you could delete whatever information or people you don't want. But at this stage, it's all or nothing. And just because we didn't put a password yet, we will ask you for a password. We will guide you if the password is not secure enough. So you will change it and you will make sure that it works. Then you see all those new tabs over there? Those are the ones that just came in with this tool or with this feature called Instant Discoveries. You will be able to review, you will be able to delete, add information, whatever you want to do in the tree. Now, for the advanced features, I kind of order them by the menu. So I'm going to start under the home page and the home tab. And I'm going to show you about the family events. Those are actually birth and anniversaries that are already taken from your tree, from the information on your tree. You will be able to customize and to decide if you want to show birthdays or anniversaries for deaf people, for example, which I find it a little bit annoying. Okay? I mean, I cannot wish them happy birthday, right? So why? I do leave, well, actually not really, the death anniversaries, because death anniversaries, we commemorated, and by we I'm saying the Jewish people, through the Jewish calendar. And this is only the Gregorian calendar. But anyhow, I will suggest you to go into the settings to review what we're offering. You will be able also to mark some national holidays over there. And once you go over just remember to save. I don't know if you can see down on the bottom, but you should save the settings. And settings is very important for every feature that you're using in MyHeritage in order to make sure the system does what you want. I don't remember if I have it further here, but let me throw this right now. A lot of people complain that we don't know how to put maiden names and married names for women. I said, well, we give you the option. You want married and maiden, you want maiden and married, you want only married, only maiden, you choose. If you don't choose, we have defaults. But the idea is for you always to go to the settings and make sure that is doing what you want. Same with the events. Sometimes I am reminded of the birthday of the second cousin twice removed from the great-grandfather of my wife. Yeah, she's not here yet, okay, but I don't care. Don't tell her. So only please a close family, and that will be enough. Of course, that I can post manually an event and it will be added to the calendar just in case it's not in your family tree. And now a bonus from this is that we will detect when and where you're missing events in your family tree. So we have this couple that allegedly is married, but I don't have the date of the marriage, so I cannot put it in the calendar. And MyHeritage is suggesting me to do a little bit of research. Now, what you should do with the calendar. This is what I do. I go on the monthly view every month, every first of the month, and I click on the events that I have for that month. This will open this window. Here you can see a few things. First of all, it will be the birthday of David Jansen. I have the option to invite David to my tree if for whatever reason I haven't invited yet. He's not a member. And I will also be able to write a message. Now, you will say, what is the advantage of writing a message 2, 3 days or weeks before the birthday? Is because MyHeritage is going to save that message until the day of the event and then send it to the person. And that is how my family swears. I spend hours every day going over this and sending them greetings. What I really do is I copy and paste the same message to everyone. It takes me 5 minutes. It's there, done for the month, and I can continue. Every time you see the name of a person in your tree, you will be able to open a card and you will be able to navigate through that person. This is a sample of the email where it says that Daniel sent you a greeting on your birthday. Go ahead and click it here to see it. All the communication on MyHeritage is managed securely in the system, okay? So whenever you're communicating also with other users, the user will not get your information, okay? It will get a message to go into their inbox on MyHeritage and read the message. So unless you put the email over there, he will have no way of seeing it. Then on your side, this is the email that you will receive 24 hours before the event is happening. So gentlemen is flowers and chocolates, okay? Not or, and. Believe me, if not, you're going to be in troubles, okay? And with these emails, there is no excuse not to be prepared on time. Now, the next one, still under home, is site member management, because you will have a lot of people that for whatever reason, they found your website on MyHeritage and they want to become members. My point is, if they are connected to me and they can see all deaf individuals not being a member, they don't really need to be a member. Now, if this is my first cousin that decided one day to be interested in genealogy and open an account on MyHeritage, yes, I will not mind to invite them. So I will be able to see the different options that I have here. Most of them, I'm sorry, I reject them. And again, I put a message. You can see all the deaf individuals. If you're related, tell me how, and I will consider and will be more than happy to collaborate with you. The white ones are those who I invited, and as expected, they even never visited, at least not on the last 6-7 years, because let's face it, they are not interested. But wait, there may be another issue here, and maybe I didn't use the correct email. So I have a chance to remind that invitation and even change the email. Because if the old one, they don't use it anymore and they change to a new one, I want to make sure that they receive it. Also, you have all kind of features and settings for each of your members. And here is another setting warning. By default, MyHeritage allows other members to touch your tree, to edit your tree. This works very nice when you're starting and you need help from other people. But with, again, 80,000 individuals in my tree, researching each fact and make sure that I have a source citation, definitely I don't want anybody to be touching my tree. So I change the settings and make sure that they can only see. By the way, I also change a setting and make sure that they cannot download my tree, because God knows where they're going to put it as their tree, and then, you know. But this guy, I really trust him. He came to Rootstock with me 3 times already. He is really into genealogy. So by going here and changing his permission to manager, I'm allowing him and only him to change and to edit the tree. So again, we try to give you whatever you want, whatever you need to be able to manage the tree properly. Okay. Once I have done all that, I would like to jump now to the family tree and show you that on the left panel, you have a More button. You see it right there? And under that More, you will be able to edit different facts, connect and remove the connection from this person to other people. And this will work either for multiple marriages or for adoptions. So if my second cousin twice removed from my mother's side just met my wife's first cousin in a party or in a wedding, okay, they started to go out, they decided to marry. I don't want to duplicate them. I just want to connect them because they're already in my tree as the descendants of our ancestors. But now they are married, so I will use this to connect those 2 individuals, and now they will appear both as descendant, but also married one with each other. Now, let's go straight into the deep waters of genealogy. If you click on Edit or on the card, you will open the basic fields and facts of the person, as you can see. But as hardcore genealogists and as researchers, we have way more information than just birth, marriage, and death, right? So MyHeritage allows you to add as much as information as you want in an orderly fashion way. We will give you a menu of the different areas that you have. First one is the essentials. We're still sticking with the basics, but not that basics, because I will be able to add other names of the person. And the person may have a totally different religious name. It may have a nickname. It may have a former name. A lot of people ask me, well, you know, they had a last name before they immigrated and they changed their name in Ellis Island. Wrong. They never changed the name in Ellis Island. They changed their own names either as soon as they put a foot out, or even in Europe before they bought the ticket to come to America. But no matter what, they had a former name, okay? You want to keep track of that. You have a field in order to do that. Another advanced thing that you should know is that every time that you have a date, you can choose if that is a date is exact. If you're not sure of the date, but it happened before or after or about or circa, if you're unsure of the date, why not saying it? Or if it happened between 2 days. Because if we're talking, and we will be talking about work and education, I didn't got my degree in 1 day. It took me 5 years. Okay, so I started and I ended, and we want to make sure to reflect all that. Now, the second option there is family, and we're talking about close family, parents and spouses. The next one is biography. And I don't know how many of you heard that we have a feature that with one click, AI will generate a biography with all the details that you have in your family tree. But if you want to write your own biography, if you want to copy and paste from news articles or any other place where you find information about your family, you can do that. And you can create multiple areas like this. Those are infinitive areas. You can put over there as much text as you want for each individual. Now, the next one, I'm not sure if it's contact. Yes, contact details. And you will ask, why do I need to put their phone number, or even worse, the fax number for that person? Well, because there is something called city directories. Have you heard about them? Now, imagine that you will search for John Smith. You're going to get a few. But now let's use this trick. How about I search for their phone number? Then I will get straight to the person that I am looking for. So having all that is useful even for genealogy. Now we're talking about work, occupations. You can put over there as many as you want. You see that we already have from and to, the span of years. And by default, we will say exactly, but you can change that if you are not sure. By the way, other way of using this, details, date settings, I know that somebody cannot born at least 18 years after their parents were born. And yes, I know it could be 17, 19, but I use that to frame the birth and the death of people that I'm not sure. And I will say, I am not sure, but this guy could not have born before 1940s. Okay, and then I choose, I think it's 90 years parameter. Okay, so I know that he probably died before 90 years after that. And when I'm researching, that gives me a frame when I should be finding this guy, even if it's not the exact date. I hope you got me. Well, the same thing with education, and you can add as many degrees or educations as you want, because if you start in kindergarten and then you go into primary school, and then high school, and then university and all the degrees, you will have a lot of information there. Have you heard about yearbooks, school yearbooks? That will be also useful. Now, favorites, definitely not genealogy at all. But you know, it's nice to know that my great-grandfather loved chocolate. Of course, he had to work harder to get it. I also love chocolate, so I don't know, maybe we got it from there. Then personal information. This, you can have them mostly in military cards, but if you know them from other places, medical records, height, weight, hair color, eye color, nationalities, languages, all interesting information. And now a very important area is the source citation. Please, 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 even if you don't follow the most stricting rules of the books out there to cite your sources, make sure that you at least noted who and where you got this information from. Because in a couple of months or years, you're going to find yourself very excited finding your great-grandfather in the 1940 census for the 5th time, because you didn't check that you already got it from there, or that this piece of information came from Uncle Joe after a little bit of a barbecue on Sunday, okay? And I don't know how true that information is. So better have it there reflected than not knowing. And you can add any source at any time. You can even use URLs, images, and everything. And now I'm going to tell you the truth, only the truth and nothing but the truth. When I go to this area, I don't go to all those sections that I just showed you. I go directly to the last one, which is all the facts that I already have for this person. Why? Well, because I don't want to go one by one. I prefer to come here. Here, I have also other options to add a note or the source citation or a photo of the event. And if I don't have a picture of the child being born at the moment, I have a picture of the birth certificate. So I will add it to here to demonstrate that this is the birth of the person. I will be able to go up to the very end and add any fact that I would like. And by any fact, I can say whatever of the about 80, if I'm remembering correct, different facts that we have already created for you, just in case you don't know exactly what to record. Or you see where it says enter a fact type. I had to create my personal fact because I wanted to record the number that my grandmother had on her arm tattoo after she survived Auschwitz. Okay, she's a Holocaust survivor. And why do I want to have that number? Because a lot of Holocaust records don't have names, don't have well, they have major places, but they're not list of people, they're list of numbers. So the same trick I use with the phone numbers, I use with the number that she had on her arm to know in which document they were referring to her. So you can create any fact that you would like. You create it once and it will be added to the list to use in the future. Now, how we're doing till now? Good? Your head is not spinning yet? Okay, we still have a few more minutes. Now, I like this view of the tree, although we have other option for this view, which is thinner cards and then more space in the screen to put more people and to show more cousins and things like that, okay? And that is on the settings. But I do know that other people prefer a pedigree view, and that is perfectly fine. Not only a view, but a view where you can work with it, okay? So you can add people, you can look more generations back, and you can just edit information for any of the people. There you can click on the pencil and see the basic card. You have the left panel always with all the facts and photos and relatives and all the information that you have for the person. On the top, this is the basic information for the person. And always when we show you a name and then we show you a relationship. In this case, this is my great-great-grandmother, and that is kind of a straight relationship. But every time that we're talking about relationship, you can click over there and you can see how you are related with the person. So you will have a direct report or view of the relationship, and you will be able to view the profile or the tree of any person in that chain of people. We will tell you about matches and consistency errors. We will talk about that in a second. And again, all the facts and all the things. Always, always, always visit the settings and make sure that the work shows as you want. The other option that we have is the fan chart. I am not a fan of this one, but it's nice to know which branches I need to research, where I have more information, where I have less information. I can also here work without any problem, adding information, adding people over there, creating new charts based on these individuals, clicking, open the left panel, and even more than that, I can zoom in, zoom out, and just to anonymize the chart. If I want to download and I want to share it on social media and brag how many generations I have and how further I have been researching my family, you can do that without a problem. On the top part, I didn't mention it yet, but you can also choose the amount of generations that you want to show in every view, or you can search for a person. You can share this, as I said, in social media without any problem. WhatsApp, I don't know how many of you use it. The bird is not a bird anymore. Now it's a letter. They decided to change Twitter for X, and I need to update the image right there. Now, sharing and downloading and settings and everything, again, spend a few minutes over there. The next view is the list view. And this I do use because I like to review it every once in a while. I like to sort and to filter and look for anomalies. And sometimes I can find it best here. Again, you can work, you can filter, look for specific names that starts with letters or by relationship, whatever, however you want to filter, you want to sort by first name, last name, again, all the options there. And then settings again. But these settings are special because this list view, once you have filtered and sorted and work with it, the way I use it when I travel, I look, for example, all the people living in California. And then I export that list, which is a CSV file or Excel file. And in Excel, I can sort it also furthermore by the different cities or the different areas, by phone number, who has a phone number, who doesn't. And I can contact my cousins and then go and visit. I can use this also to search for all the people who died and who are buried in a specific place that I'm going to visit. And then I have the list on my hand to visit those burials. So yeah, definitely you should go and use that. Just to point out that you can have more than one tree on your website. You will be able to be associated only to one tree, but you can have multiple, and in each of the views, you will be able to choose which individuals or which tree you want to see. And if you notice in this view, you have an option of all family trees. So you can just show all your individuals there. You can detect duplicates. You can detect that in one tree you have the same person, but you're missing information or you have wrong information. So this is really a working tool and a working view. Okay, let's move forward under family tree. You see that it says more, and there are plenty of more over there. One tool I really like is the PedigreeMap. This is, I use it associated with this list family because it will tell me by countries where my family did what. And if I go, like, for example, to the filter, I will be able to set if I want birth, death, marriages, other, all. I can see how many generations I want. I can control the span of years that I want this report to be created. I will also be able to set if I want the extended family, the close family, or everybody over there. Remember, I have 8,000 people in my tree. Then I want to generate this for or starting with a specific individual. So I can take the close family of my great-great-grandfather's wife and see individuals over there. For some countries, United States and Canada, we will divide that into the different states or the different provinces. The rest of the countries, it will just show you the different cities over there. You will be able to select any of the cities and see all what you have. MyHeritage will alert you. I don't know if you can see back over there in the bottom, but it will alert you about some errors that you may have making the address of the place. And then you will be able to select a place and see all the people related to that place without any problem. What else do we have here? Oh, yes, this is kind of an issue because this map is based between the facts in your tree and Google Maps. It has problems finding Yugoslavia or Czechoslovakia. That didn't stop me for asking my kids for help and trying to find those countries. At least they were busy a good couple of hours. Okay, so my recommendation, you can do as I said, don't do as I do, is to use current countries. And then there is a description in each field. What I normally do again is, because you see all my family came from the northern part of Romania. Sometimes that was Ukraine. Sometimes it is today Ukraine, but it was Romania. So I put a note on the fact and they say that today is Ukraine, but by the time they were born, it was Romania. Because the archive and the documents are under Romania. But if I want to visit the town, I need to go to Ukraine. And then, of course, at the very bottom, others that were not able to be found, and that always happens. What else we have here? We can print charts and books, as many as you want. We have a great collection of options over there. You can personalize the design that we already have for you, or yes, we have a few samples or created. You can decide for who you want to create this chart, how many people, what facts, everything that you want to customize. Here, single page or multi-pages. The multi-pages is great to print it at home and to ask the kids to put it together like a puzzle. If you want to have like an event and to showcase the whole family tree, I will suggest you to use single page and then go to your preferred copy store and ask them to print it for you, because it's going to be probably huge. You will need to wait a little bit, and we will show you and create you the file that you will be able to download. Among the other types of files that we have a bow tie, we have a close family, ancestors, descendants, hourglass. We have a very interesting one called sun chart. And the sun chart can be ancestors or descendants, and it's kind of a round one. Let me show you how that one looks, because the advantage of this is that I can actually, after I see it, I can play with the different settings, and I can just reconfigure the chart as we go. This is kind of dynamic. What I want there to be shown, what not, and then how many generations and all that, which I'm going to skip for now. But this is also a workable chart, so I can click on the person and see the profile, then see everything that I have for them. In the descendant case, okay, this is the let's say unique chart in the market that will show you the most amount of information for the descendants of a couple. You have here all the descendants, all the direct descendants with all the information. Once you have decided how you want it to look, okay, and you can just zoom in, zoom out, click, you create the PDF, and it will be waiting for you in this area where you can actually view it or delete it. If it's for me, I'm a little bit busy. Okay, relationship report. You already saw this before. Remember, every time you click on the relationship of a person, you will see that graphic. But we decided to allow you to create that relationship report for any two individuals in the family tree. Here it is, created between Daniel Smith and James Smith. James is Daniel's grandfather's cousin, and you can see how it goes up. You have the basic or you have the full view, and here you have more information on each card. From the card, you can go to the profile, to the map, and to the family tree. But also, I'm not pointing this out, you can download this chart and send it to the person, because I don't know you, but I receive a lot of questions from those visiting my family and say, how this and this person are related. So I don't need to start trying to explain that. I go here, I create the report, I download, I send it to the person. I keep on with my life. Oh, we have so many things yet to go. Consistency checker. This is a list of 36 different issues that you for sure have in your family tree. When the birth of somebody happens after the death of the parents, and I'm not talking just about a few months, I'm pretty sure you have years over there because you just put facts into your tree without really checking that the facts are logic. Child is older than the parent. Yeah, I will laugh about that as well. Die too old or is alive too old? Well, it depends on the family, it depends on the settings. And I changed that to 110. I don't know anybody in my family lived longer than that. I do have one or two, 101, 102 years old, alive and kicking. And then some notice. Okay, maybe the death date resembles the cause of death. You were not careful enough when you add that information. One of my preferred ones is the alive but too old, 149. Yeah, definitely that lady is deceased. And some things I can fix right from here. Okay, so I can just click there and mark that person as deceased. Otherwise, I need to go and change, for example, a large spouse age different. And I'm talking about 60 years between the groom and the bride. I mean, for some cultures may happening, not in my case. Now, photos. We also have some less known features on the photos, like the new view, the list view that allows you to search for photos in general and to view them as a list. The advantage here is that I can select different periods or the pictures that don't even have a date, different places or pictures that do not have a place, and the different people tagged in those pictures. And then I will be able to sort, to filter, and to select, download, delete, clear. Allow me a little bit faster here because I want to show you. Yes, you can from here edit the name or the title of the picture without going into the picture. So if I choose all the ones from the wedding, I can just fix and use that. I do use the last name of the person or the couple to identify which wedding it is. I can also add the dates. And again, if it's the same wedding, I can just copy, paste, and make this faster. Or the place, same wise here without problem. The only thing I cannot do from here is to tag people. Now, I'm going to skip very fast the photo features that we have, but the repair, the enhance, the colorization, and even the animation that we will offer you. You can download the pictures, you can delete the pictures. We don't do anything with the original. We just create a layer on top of the original with the enhancement. And once you have done all that, once you have colorized, repair, improve, and animate, even Aunt Beppy will agree with me that this really looks nice, right? Good. Well, because of the eye, yes, there is an issue there that the AI, not even AI can repair that. Okay. I want to show you also the photo tagger, which is a tool that you will need to accept special terms and conditions over there because it's talking about face recognition and connecting faces to people. And it will create like two different groups, identified and non-identified people. And the non-identified people can be two things. First, it may be that the person is alive, or at least you have it marked as alive in the website, and we don't want to tag living individuals without your authorization. Another option, it may be that you never tagged that person before, so we don't have a reference to do that automatically. So what you need to do is to choose one group, in this case, about 25 pictures of this handsome guy. which I happen to know that his name is Horowitz. So as I'm typing the name, I see the options of individuals from the tree, and I will be able to select the people that I have there. So I'm going to name it Daniel Horowitz. I'm going to go over the different images. I'm going to check if all the faces belongs to that guy. Once I'm done, I'm sorry, I will click the tag 25 people, the orange button on the top, and I will have all those images tagged in very little time, which is what I have. I don't have a lot of time now, but I wanted to talk about a few DNA options as well. And the first thing I want to make clear is that you can take a test with MyHeritage. Sometimes we even have great discounts. Like this past week, we had it because of Rootstech, $33 a kit. But if you already have a family tree someplace, I'm sorry, a DNA test someplace else, let me save you a little bit of money, because MyHeritage allows you to upload your DNA from another company into MyHeritage and get all the same features that we offer to whoever swaps with us. Among those features are the labels, and this is really something not everybody knows about it. You can choose one or more individuals on your matches, and you can create a label with about 100 characters and 36 colors. The way I do it, I include the relationship, if it's paternal, maternal, how it's going, and the last names involved over there. And I pick a color, and then I'm able to choose all the matches that that belong to me with that, and I just apply and have the label created. The labels will allow you also, will help you also to filter and to sort your matches. If you're looking only for your paternal matches or great or grandmother's matches, and you have that created, you can do that from there with no problem. We have an extra label, the star, the favorite. I use those marking people that I'm right now researching, and I want to get them faster. So I go to labels, I go to favorite, and I see only those that have a star. Another feature not everybody knows is the balloon that you have right there that will allow you to make notes on your DNA matches. Okay? And in this case, I keep track, I log the research that I'm doing, and I'm writing over there if this is a good match, a bad match. I contact the person, and you will have the opportunity to contact both the administrator or the what I call the donor of the DNA if he allows and he wanted to put their email address right there. What other advanced features we have? We have the theory of family relativity. How many of you heard about that one? Good. So if you don't see it on your match, don't change anything. Don't do anything. The only thing you can do is actually improve the information in your family tree, because this is a feature that we run every 3 months, more or less, maybe less than more, but it's not something that happens automatically like the matches, okay? And this is no other way than a path that goes between you and your DNA match, and it may go over different matches or different family trees or different records, and we may have more than one theory, and you should revise and accept or reject, but mostly accept those matches unless you have a John Smith in the 1800s born in Boston, Massachusetts. For sure, we're going to be confused and people don't record those in their family trees as properly as they should. But you can always evaluate, you can always see where this information is coming from, the matches that we're using in order to get you that connection. And probably for you, like for me, this is not anything new, right? Or it's not amazing. But imagine that for Brian Jensen, who barely had his family tree with the father and that's it, suddenly he sees all this relationship and this helps Brian understand how he is related to me. Okay, this is a very long page, the DNA matches detail. I just want to scroll down till I get to a very important part of the page. Just keep going down, matches, relationship, places, names, all kind of things that you will get there until, yes, places, come on, I want to get to this one. These are common matches, okay? Meaning that me and Brian, that we match each other, we also match Eva. Now, Eva is my mother. That is clear. But if Brian matches my mother, even as a first cousin, what do that mean? It means that Brian is coming from my maternal side. And then everybody else in the list is also from my maternal side. So I can just come to the labels. I can use or create a label and I can say, okay, all those are maternal. If I have a cousin that I know it's coming from my grandmother, I will be able to go one generation up and I will say not only maternal, but my maternal grandmother. And then I use the last name just to be sure. And like this, I will be able to get everybody labeled and understand better my matches. What else do we have here? I'm just going to the bottom part. Let's jump out. Under the DNA, we have some tools. We have the CM explainer, which is just a feature that you put how many centimorgans you have between two matches, and it will give you the relationship. But I wanted to show you the chromosome browser, where this is the one-to-many, where you can choose up to 7 different individuals and to actually see which pieces of the chromosomes you are sharing. And this is how I found the Singer chromosome. No. That chromosome doesn't allow me to sing. That is the last name of one of my branches, and everyone in that branch matches me on that chromosome. Okay, so I know whoever matches that chromosome with me has to come from that branch of the family. The AutoCluster is also a very cool tool because it will tell you the relationship between you and the other people. Remember the example I gave with my mother? So here, for example, once I created, I will be able to see all the matches that are related between themselves, and I know that that is a brand of my family. Remember the singers? So this is my singer cluster. I have 3 singers over there. What you don't know is that wolf, well, you can see over there I have a female wolf and also a descendant. It's also over there. It's not so clear is that Sattingers and Finkentals are also from the Singer family. So the only 2 that I am missing over there, the Sherman and the Murphy, I can guarantee you 100% they are related to me through the Singers because they are in the same group. Now, the gray areas on the top of the side is the names of my matches that I have obfuscated for privacy reasons. Okay, so the magic recipe in order to take advantage of all that is to build or upload your tree. And better if you publish it on the website, but you can also use the software that we offer you. Invite family members, upload photos and documents, and first repair, enhance, colorize, and animate their photos, and then tag your relatives. Because if you invite them and then you tag them, we're going to let them know with an email that you tag them on a photo. On the contrary of Facebook, when they come to the photo, it's going to be a family photo and not a picture of a cat. Then create deep stories, which I didn't have time to touch, or take or upload a DNA test, or as many as you want. Review the discoveries, the consistency checkers that I show you in order to have your tree perfectly correct. And probably the most important thing is to share and enjoy with family and friends everywhere. Now, if you allow me just 2 more minutes, a few announcements that I wanted to bring. First of all, I will not be able to stand here and talk with you without remembering the hostages and casualties that we are still having as the war trying to be ended back in Israel. If you want to learn more, if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, the best way is to do what I do. Every morning, I open blog.myheritage.com and I find out new records that are being released, new stories that we help and people made the most of it, new features, new discounts that we're giving. So yes, this is one URL you want to take note about it. Another URL is the MyHeritage Wiki, community-led encyclopedia where you can totally free use it and learn more about genealogy in general. And if you're an expert in any area, you're more than welcome to join us and collaborate and help us educate the rest of the world. If you want to be a better MyHeritage user, I suggest you education.myheritage.com. You can type the question, whatever question you have. You will find articles, you will find webinars, you will find short how-to videos, okay? And a lot of information, totally free. You don't even need to have an account on MyHeritage to use it and to understand better. If you are into webinars, Legacy Family Tree webinars, Jeff and Marianne are having more than 2,400 webinars pre-recorded and a good couple of hundreds live to be performed. You can register there. You can hear them live for free. If you want to see the recordings, some of them will be needed a subscription. Otherwise, we keep them free for all of you. You're more than welcome to follow me because today, yes, exactly. So yes, no, wait, I was confused for a moment. So no, yes, from here, I am going to Modesto, and I'm giving a lecture over there. It's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Okay, you're more than welcome to follow me. I don't have space in the car, sorry. But if you want to drive the other direction, tomorrow morning, I will be in Sacramento, and then on the weekend, that it's a little bit longer commute, I'm going to be in Vegas. I don't know if any from the virtual audience is there. You're more than welcome to join me there. Just as a reminder that you can take a DNA test with MyHeritage or upload for free from all the other companies. Same thing with the family tree. You can build it from scratch or upload from any other website or software that you have. If you really want to follow me, I have accounts in almost any social media, just because I belong to the marketing department and they make me. But I do have fun also publishing what I do, where I am, and a few notes also about MyHeritage. And with that, and a little bit past the time, but I do have time, I would like to thank all of you in person, in the room, virtually on the Zoom, watching this as a recording. I don't know how we're doing with questions on the chat, but this is the time that you can write them. I will do a round of questions here from the audience. And just in case you remember that question as soon as you get back home, I left you here with the most important URLs to find the answers: the wiki, the help section, and the knowledge base. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, ladies first.
The yard site dates translate to the Julian calendar.
Yurtzeit, the Hebrew Memorial Day for anniversary of the deceased, you can put them in. And actually, if you are using the software has a way to convert those from Hebrew to Gregorians. But MyHeritage follows and are rules only by Gregorian dates.
Okay.
Okay?
So it won't notify me.
No.
And you said that if we put two trees up, we can make comparisons between those two trees.
Yes. Keep going.
Can you repeat the
I will. Yes.
If-
Once I hear the question. Yes.
if have been allowed to be on somebody else's tree, which then shows up on our site,
Keep going.
can we make a comparison
Okay.
between those two trees?
So I will repeat the question and clarify the question. So you're allowed to compare the individuals of all your trees with the list view. Okay? Now you may be a member of another person's website. You will be able to see their tree, but on the list view, you cannot see their individuals together with yours.
Okay.
You will be able to open two tabs on the browser and have your website in one, the other person's website in the other, and you will be able to navigate the two trees at the same time. Okay? But let's make again the clarification. You have one account. That account can be a member of multiple websites, and in each website you can have multiple trees. But the websites don't merge or don't cross from one to the other. Good?
Super.
Yes. Yes, madam.
When I'm on your website, you guys send me email. You say, click here to view the sources, and then it pops up, says, you gotta pay.
Okay. So
Why?
the question is, why do we hazard you sending you emails of features and things that you cannot see because you didn't pay for them? Well, somebody needs to pay for my trips, right? Well, we don't want you to lose the opportunity to use our features. It's totally up to you if you want to pay or not, and I'm fine with that, okay? I have no problem. We will alert you about matches, record matches, tree matches, things like that. And yes, you may need a subscription in order to see them. We will alert you about some records that we found for you, and you may need
Is that part? I get mail for it.
So, just by chance, okay, you can choose which level of payment works better for you. So if you're interested more in records, maybe you will go to data. If you are more interested in the trees, you will go to the Premium or the Premium Plus. If you want everything, you can go to Complete or Omni. And there's a difference between Complete and Omni because Omni now adds the Genie Pro account, which things that you can do over there. The Legacy Family Tree webinars service with pre-recorded webinars over there, and also the all news and the photo features. Good. Give me 1 second, please. The gentleman on the back is waiting very patiently. Go ahead. 2 for the price of 1.
Let's maybe just say a couple words on what the easiest way to do needs analysis on that, and then
What type of analysis?
leads.
Leads. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go with the DNA question and the best way to analyze the leads. I will choose one person that I know the relationship, like my mother, for example, or a cousin. I will go down on that advanced page until I see the common matches that we have. And I will create a label. And I will label probably the first 25 or even 50 of those matches. I will sort them by the closestness to me, because I may find a match over there that is my 5th cousin, second to 10 times removed, and we're sharing like 1% of DNA. So those are a little bit more difficult, okay? So I sort them by closestness to me. I label all of them. And then once I have done all that with the ones that I know that are close to me, I will go to the ones that I label, and I will see all of them, and I will try to see who other people matches me and my unknown grandfather DNA match. Okay, definitely start contacting them and see their trees, and I will be able to do that and try to find like who was the common ancestor, because it could be my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, my great-great-great-grandfather, depending how far away they are, trying to look if they have ancestors and complete siblings of those direct ancestors that we may have. Next question.
Next question is, once you uploaded your family tree, is there, and you may have already covered this, is there an easy way to stay synced, like with Roots Magic?
Okay. So the question is, once you have uploaded your tree from someplace else, how do you keep sync? So there's a complicated answer to that question, because the best way will be to export the GEDCOM from MyHeritage and to upload in the other place. Because most of the websites or softwares out there will recognize that this is the same tree and will just add or change whatever you changed in the MyHeritage tree. Unfortunately, on MyHeritage, if you upload a new GEDCOM, it will not update whatever you have there. So it will create a second tree and a third tree, and you're going to get matches all from scratch. And then you're really going to blow your mind. So once you import, I suggest to use that as your main tree. Now, just because I am today where I am, I will add, if you have a church account through the partner page of Family Search, you will be able to connect your Family Search tree to MyHeritage And that is the only way that it really syncs back and forth.
Is that at the tree, if I follow up, is that at the tree level or is that a person to person?
That it's at a tree level. Yeah, everything over there. Let me check 1 second. Do we have any questions for the virtual audience? Let's give them a chance over there, but don't go anyplace, okay? You need to stay here till the end. Yes.
Okay, first question is there a way to import a tree with media using GEDCOM 7.0? And is there a way to have more than one tree?
Good. So more than one tree, I already said, yes, you can have more than one tree. Import media. So let me tell you a secret. GEDCOM, it's just a text file. Okay, it's not something that will combine the media and the facts and everything. Depending how you export that file, it may have the location of those pictures and those media files. And if we can read that location and get them and bring it to us, we will also bring you photos and other media files. Sometimes when you're exporting from other places, it will ask you if you want to keep the media, and they will put the media on a different folder together with the GEDCOM. So it really depends on the capabilities, the export capabilities of whatever you're using today in order to us being able to read.
So I think GEDCOM 7.0 gives you the ability to include zip files.
I am not aware of GEDCOM 7.0 capabilities for media and zip files. I don't think we're actually using 7.0. I think we're using 5 point something, which is the previous version. Nobody knows what Family Search did with 6, okay? Because, yeah, GEDCOMS is ruled by Family Search and everyone goes by their standards.
Okay, I got one.
You had one more? We will go to you, sir, I promise you. Just be patient.
Sorry about.
No.
Okay, Len.
Yes,
So, could you speak about?
I can speak about everything.
No, so speak about this, the recent MyHeritage feature where it identifies an Ashkenazi, Jewish, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and Central Europe.
Okay.
Is there still a developmental stage?
I think the question refers more to ethnicity estimations for DNA. We recently released the 2.5 version. We improved significantly from 49 to 72 ethnic regions, 15 of them dedicated to Jews, and that is quite a good number. Right now, we are the company that has more Jewish ethnicities identified on DNA, but also very small regions, very precise regions where your family came from. Okay, so it's not a work in progress. It was a work in progress like 6 months ago. We actually shared it with a group of what we call friends, and we do have very good friends. And then they evaluated, they gave us our feedback. I don't want to tell you what kind of feedback we'd received, but we went back to the drawing board and we work a little bit harder, and that is why it took us so long to release this version. If you want to hear more about it, Gilad Jaffet, our CEO, just gave a lecture in Rootstech. It was not broadcast, but we recorded, and very soon will be in the blog for you to enjoy. So keep an eye over there, and you will hear more about that. Also, on legacy webinars, we have dedicated webinars for DNA, and we actually should have one coming up very soon, not only about the ethnicity estimations, but also about the ancient origins, which takes your DNA back 10,000 years and will tell you which area of the globe your ancestors lived and did 10,000 years ago. Yes, Bob.
Yeah, I got an email from MyHeritage of smart matches,
Yes.
and it said in the manager's tree, and it says my tree. Okay, and both of them, it showed a picture of my mother and my deceased sister.
Yeah.
And it said relationship, and it says from manager to my mother-in-law, cousin's wife, whose cousin's wife was my mother.
Okay.
And I tried to follow that back. I know the husband has to be my dad because my sister's there.
Okay.
But
So,
I couldn't get back to find their tree on how to connect.
okay,
I sent him a message and I hope he gets it, so.
good. So talking about annoying emails, you receive one for a smart match, which is a connection between an individual in your tree and an individual in the other tree. We also give you the relationship between that individual and the admin, because again, if it's somebody with 8,000, 10,000 individuals on the tree, and this is the second cousin twice removed from the grandfather of the wife, well, probably you don't even want to go there. But if this is the third cousin of your grandmother, probably you will want to go there. And then you will be able, if you have a paid account, to see the details and to even go and see the tree of the other person and to connect and contact the other person. But for all those three things, you have to have at least a premium account, a subscription, paid subscription.
It won't go through with the partnership then. Between
Oh.
LDS and MyHeritage.
It should go. It should go. If I'm not mistaken, and again, you can review the page on Family Search. The LDS subscription allows you matches. Okay. Yes, Rob.
There's a lot of exciting features in MyHeritage, but the people that I talk to most, they're most interested in the photo enhancement capability.
Yeah.
But the thing is that because it's bundled with such a big amount of things, they really only want the photo enhancement.
Yeah.
Is there any works or thoughts that you're going to split that off so that way people can focus on that one?
So the question is, how do I get only the photo features on MyHeritage? And I pay only for that. Very easy. You go to your app, okay, and you look for the photo features and you say, I want to pay only for photo features. If I'm not mistaken, is not here for sure, but if I'm not mistaken, is about $49 a year, and it will give you like 20 unlimited photo scanning, 20 deep stories, 20 animations, about 20 live memories, which is like the animation of the whole picture. Only that, okay? You don't need to have a premium, a complete, an omni subscription. We sell both data, all news, which is also separate from the records that we have on MyHeritage, and photo features as an independent subscriptions.
That's only a phone app, is that correct?
Well, yes, because
Is there a PC?
at the moment, some of those photo features, like the scanner, is only available on the phone. Now, when you buy it on the phone, you will be able to do the live memory and the deep story and the things you can do on the website. You will be able to do it on the website, but you cannot as far as I know, and again, probably people were yesterday working on that, because I hear that we want to offer that to website users as well. The only way to acquire and to pay for that type of subscription is from the mobile device.
You say only 20 pictures can be done?
Yes, I think the limitation is right now 20 pictures.
You pay $49.
20 live memories, 20 deep stories, unlimited repaired, enhanced, and colorizing, unlimited scanning, which the scan allows you to scan a page on an album, and AI will recognize the different pictures. You don't need to scan each picture separately, and then save them apart, and a few other bells and whistles that I don't have on the top of my head. Yes.
Is there a handout that you can?
There is a handout, and I will be more than happy to email it to you so you can put next to this recording on the website and bring people to the website. Win-win situation, and that is what I'm here for. Yes, I will take care of that in the upcoming days, because right now I need to drive to Modesto and sleep in Sacramento. Tomorrow morning I need to give a lecture in Sacramento and to drive to San Francisco Airport to fly to Vegas. Yes, and then I'm gonna spend the night sleeping. Yeah, you thought I was going to the casino. No. But yeah, if you do me a favor, if you send me a reminder on my email, I will be more than happy to do it. Yes, with pleasure.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you very much, guys. Again, thank you to the society. It is really my pleasure. And just keep accepting my lectures every time I'm in town. I love to come here. Goodbye, everybody.
You could fill out the evaluation forms, please. That would be very helpful. Thank you.
And please be honest.
Thank you.
Only the truth and nothing but the truth. And if you didn't like something, let them know so they will let me know and I will be able to improve.
Do you have a card, or can you give me your email address so I can keep in touch?
I will send you an email.
Because I have to revise my
Okay.
presentations now based on some of the new information.
Not only that, but if you would like, 1 second. Okay. If you want to send